To create a pivot table in Excel 2007, we first start by highlighting the data range. In this case, we're interested in looking at the quality rating versus the meal price. So we highlight and even include observations for restaurant, where the restaurant number simply is an encoding of a particular restaurant. Once I've highlighted my data, I click on Insert, Pivot Table, and we're able to select either the pivot table or the pivot table and chart, which is the pivot chart. We're simply going to put together the pivot table. Click on the pivot table. From the menu, it shows me the range I've selected, and now I'd like to put the table inside the existing worksheet. So I select cell, say E3. Clicking OK, I get the drop box. The blue box is the pivot table field list. I'd like to look at my data in two directions, in an X and Y direction. So along the row or horizon, I'd like to view the quality. So I left click and drop and drag into row quality. Notice the highlight heading. Meal price I'll put along the columns, which is going to be our top-down view. And I'd like to use the restaurant as the count value. However, notice in the value area, I'm simply summing up the number of the restaurant. To change this, I down-click, click on Value Field Settings, change from sum to count, and now the summaries become counts. Now what I'd like to do is consolidate the meal prices, so I right-click anywhere along the band within meal price. Notice I clicked on the number 10, and I right-clicked. I'd like to group, and now I can group appropriately. In this case, values range from $10 to $48, and I can change the bin size. We'll leave it at 10. Click OK. Now I have the bin. If I'd like to change the order here, since the order is simply alphabetical, I can right-click on any one, in this case Excellent, and I can select Move. I can move it down one spot, or even, in this case, left-click it, and now I'm in a Likert order. Good, very good, and excellent. To finish, click the X. There's your pivot table.